studied marketing and commerce at uni, and then I worked in marketing for a little while, and then I was based in Australia and moved to Singapore. And at the age of 28 is when I founded HONEYCOMBERS. And really, I suppose I'm one of those people that's a born entrepreneur. So I actually started my first business when I was 9, and that was selling headbands. So I was kind of always destined to have my own business, I think. And I started HONEYCOMBERS 12 years ago. I'm giving away my age now. And anyway, we now reach an audience of over 1 million readers every month. And that's an audience based in Singapore, Hong Kong, and Bali. So I suppose I was somewhat self-taught in the industry of publishing. So I did about 8 months in a publishing business before I started HONEYCOMBERS, and then I just learnt on the job. And really, I learnt a lot through my team. So that's, I suppose, my journey in a nutshell. I think in the publishing landscape, there's been a massive move from print to digital, but I also I feel like people are going back to print, but it's a different kind of print. Like, it's a very high quality, almost like a book style magazine that retails for $20 as opposed to a $5 magazine. So I feel like people always value quality, and it's something we absolutely keep in our front of our mind at HONEYCOMBERS. Like, we don't have any pop-up ads, we don't have any display banners, we don't have any clickbait. We're very conscious that we want to produce a quality experience, because we really believe that people get tired of, I suppose, having ads thrown at them all the time, and they get tired of feeling like, I landed on this page, but I'm having to click 4 times to get the recipe, for example. So we don't do any of those tactics that make your metrics look great, because we don't believe in vanity metrics. We believe in true metrics, and I think that's why we've constantly seen growth every year through our journey. Okay, so I think the key skills in my industry, one of the big things is having a growth mindset, like actually enjoying change and wanting to try and continue to evolve and get better at what you're doing. And some people don't like change. This landscape or this industry is not for them. But people who thrive on change really enjoy seeing new things happening in the market and testing and trying them and seeing if they're going to work for our own business. So growth mindset's one. I think communication skills or people skills is another really big one. Being a publisher, what you actually are doing is you're understanding your audience and creating content that your audience wants to read. And to be able to get under the skin of your audience, you need to really understand how people work and what keeps them up at night and what their fears are or what their motivations are. And when you understand all of that about your audience, then you can deliver content that really resonates and really engages with them. And really, that's what a publisher does, and that's what a publisher sells. So growth mindset, communication skills, and I think the last one I'd say is, I suppose, being in a startup, you need to have really good teamwork skills. So you need to be really comfortable to pick up tasks that are beneath you at times, or jump in with ideas in conversations where you maybe feel like you shouldn't contribute. But I think the beautiful thing about having a startup is that you kind of get access to leadership, I suppose, conversations a lot earlier on in your career. And you get invited into those conversations because the leaders want you to contribute. So you've got to, I suppose, have the ability to back yourself and think strategically and contribute. But it's kind of on a senior level, but then also be happy to do the banking, even if it's not your job, because when you're a lean team, it's all hands on deck. quite often. So I hope that helps answer that question. So I think asking for help or surrounding yourself by really good mentors, it has been invaluable for me. And I'm, I've been running my business for 12 years. I'm still constantly seeking advice and assistance because I don't know all the answers. So I think that surrounding yourself with a good team of mentors is really valuable. I feel like one learning is the power of really, I suppose, letting your team, giving them a lot of responsibility and listening to them closely. So I'm very much, I lean on my team and I listen to them. And, here's a classic reason why I need to do that. The demographic of Honeycombers is really 25 to 35. So I'm no longer in the demographic. So, and I have seen this with other publishers, if they have too much of a say in the content, the publication just ages with them because they're writing for themselves. So I have to really trust my team and feel confident that, they're going to have better ideas and answers than me on certain areas, and kind of giving them that permission and letting go, I think is a big one. And then I suppose the other learning, I think entrepreneurialism is a roller coaster. So it's highs and lows all the time. And even 12 years in, it's still highs and lows. And so I think you just have to almost accept and let go and be comfortable with the fact that it's not a straight line. It's not linear. It's definitely ups and downs. So I have to keep telling myself that even today.